This rabbit hole goes deep. In deception while they sleep, the wheat shall come up with the tares. This rabbit hole goes deep with different tunnels, some dead end at the dead end. Yes, it goes deep. The descent is not for the weak or faint of heart. Your very foundation shaken as you awakened, transformed to a renewed state of mind. Do I get bundled with those who worship at the wrong altar? Fundamental basics and common sense being altered? Am I a victim of the transliteration trickery of the enemy at this end? Like in the beginning with Eve, have I been deceived? This rabbit hole goes deep. The biggest liar, the host of the fire, cunning, I see you. By the grace of the Spirit, gifts and or weapons permit and appear as I adhere to truth. Popularity fading because they are not lovers of truth. And all that we knew stolen from before the youth of this generation, and the void of such hath produced a nation fit for damnation. This rabbit hole goes deep. Some will fall like from a cliff that's steep, unknowingly into the fiery deep. Too spiritually sleeping, too lazy to seek, dependent, trusting what is hearsay. Oh man, y'all don't hear what I say. I pray you do, cause this rabbit hole goes deep. Melodies and lullabies of witchcraft, slowly rocking you to sleep. Opening doors that lead to padded rooms in eternity. Incarcerated mentally. Demonic possessions increase 4 + 3 times, and a time and a half time is upon thee. But you do not have ears to hear or eyes to see. Depart from me. I never knew you. This rabbit hole goes deep. Ashe. Thank you.
I'm from here. I'm from Corpus Christi. Was born here. My family's from here. Recently, I attended here. A loved one passed away, and I recited a poem. And Pastor asked me back for this occasion that you guys are having, and he asked me to write a poem about racism. And I'm one, because my name is Africa. I've always studied our culture and things like that. So I've always been a spiritual individual as well. So this poem kind of encumbers both of those.
All right.
The title of it is Come Out of Her. One by one, each precious fruit of my womb was picked from the limbs of my family tree. My daughters and sons, so far removed that they do not now remember me. I was the mother who rocked you to sleep, tucked in your sheets, gave you my breast for you to latch on and eat, crowned by and from my womb with wisdom more valuable than jewels. And then they took you and sold you for dirt cheap. They removed you from your cradle. You became sheep grazing and made into lifeless zombies to be gunned down in their streets, systematically destroyed by the lack of knowledge that they employ against you. You do not speak the king's English, but from your mother you inherited spiritually sound right reasoning, which created a deepening of their hate for you. Because of your cosmic design, your righteous state of mind, the way your Christ-like melanin shines, it's convicting to them. They see your fiery red eyes, your wool-like hair whitened from becoming wise, deciphering the lies that tried to say you were 3/5 of a human being, when in fact, You put the hue in human being. You like the ruined gumbo. Your presence thickened up things. Springing up in you is a well. With each season, new life it brings. And they kill you because of it. I know no evil greater than the hate they have for your skin. They made your birth as black people a sin. There is no oppression more heinous than the iniquity they shaped you in. Psalms 82:6 said ye were gods, but they brainwashed you into mere men. If we would have never lost our connection to Mama Africa. Imagine what might have been. You are the people of Deuteronomy who built houses but did not dwell therein. You are the children of Israel led to freedom by Moses, who was learning all the ways of the Egyptians. Woe unto them that call good evil, that put darkness for light. Isaiah 5:20 prophesied of them. They took your African heritage, called it evil, and then the very thing they hate you for secretly, they covet within. Cut your roots and you forgot your first love was your mother, who was African. By now you should realize that a Deborah is in your presence. When Barak cried, how long? When Jabin's army did oppress them, he would not go fight unless Deborah was next to him. Black Israel won't win the fight till they complete Ezra's mission. Rebuild, purify, and fence in the temples within them. Elijah's fire falls when we drown altars with tears of repentance. We win this. Your value is more than VVS diamonds. You are the illuminating race. All of creation awaits for ye sons of God to take their place. And these races hate-filled enemies you shall see no more. When you return to your first love, the bosom of Mother Africa, from whom they took you and sold you for dirt cheap.
Emperors, kings, empresses, and queens, to your souls I direct this call. Open each sarcophagus, awaken them all. Revolution has required you to live again, O sleeping God, so that destitute lives can be no more. I'm screaming, Lazarus, come forth from southwest, east, and north. Shake those mummy clothes, transform back into pharaohs. While justice begins to slay those that prey upon the weak, they won the battle, but this is war. And vengeance is ours, and it's sweet. The Pope need not bow to a statue anymore, and current rulers shall cease to employ their minions to destroy any nation's liberty. Our onward moving triangulation plots them land, sky, and sea, and never shall we retreat, recruiting the meeks, the geeks, the sheep, the freaks, and those that reek of the pure righteousness they seek. Such shall we tweak mentally, resurrect inner royalty, establish loyalty, and beat the SHIT out of the oppressors that be. For they have yet to feel the wrath of Mother Nature, and she's mean. And they ain't seen jihad till it's waged by a virtuous queen. Our connection is unspoken. Our paths do indeed be the same. Let our lights speak. Open doth our ears remain. Intriguing be the dictation, causing the subconscious to awaken one to change. We are separate only in degree, yet one within the flame. My pen bleeds the voices of a million ancestors slain. Ashe-o. Love and light to you all. My name is Africa, and the title of this write that I'm going to be sharing with you is Awakening the Dark. As always, I hope that it touches someone, if only one, and I do hope that you have ears to hear. I hail from the triple blackness of the cosmos, personified in this flesh that you now behold. My solar origin is from the sun behind the sun. At one time you beheld me not. I am the hidden one. You tarnished my image, took my title, and rocked me to sleep with your spellbinding root works. Did you not consider that I would awaken and identify your face as being my captor? Oh, I am great. Your stolen magic could not restrain my eternal recollection of self for long. Only for a time, and then you will be naught. You see, I am the black goddess who was dead, yet is risen, the bringer of a new science. I am the grand mathematician, giving off ether emissions with each thought that I project, with each literary composition. Its contents highly flammable, showing great erudition. I speak from the God particle all Nubian women have embedded in them. Yet my model is a limited edition. For I am the enforcer of spiritual petitions, signed in the blood of 1,000,000 ancestors on a mission, and I arrive with in hand my writ of prohibition. I am the scales of justice, the power that resurrects us, Miss Ruach HaKodesh, yes, the one they disguised, hid, and took out the Trinity. Creation can't take place without the feminine energy. You've seen me sitting untouched for eons, deified as the Sphinx. I was that voice in church whispering, this don't make no sense. Just think. If you were waiting for something else, then you've been hoodwinked. For I'm the fire-breathing fire, the one they identify with the ancient matriarch. I am the great mother who awakens the dark when I turn on their lights, causing pineals to illuminate, giving vehicles headlights. I create earthquakes where no fault lies. Call me fire, for I am ubiquitous in nature. Better yet, I prefer the nomenclature of birther of the indigo, her highness golden ratio, 1.61 perfect, left hand of the grand architect. I am the Ma and Mason, the Ya and Jason, unraveling these mysteries with an intelligent articulation. I create galactic connections with my encrypted word flowing. And if you kill this flesh, my people will be free, because my ascension and presence amongst the ancestors that are we will genetically spread ancient knowledge like the 100 monkey theory. And they will then know that the earth is my womb, and the darkness of space, the walls of my sarcophagus entombed. The sky will roll away when the lid is removed, and they will rule again when my body is exhumed, being quick and faster than light speed, creating a sonic boom. If they would just use the tools and unearth the jewels that I genetically gave them when I went inside myself and manifested in this realm. Ashe. Thank you. Love and light. My name is Africa, and the title of this write is Oh, You Want a Goddess. Oh, you want a goddess, huh? Nah, you want a good girl. Preferably not a hood girl. No kids, don't wear wigs or weaves, straight or curled. Someone who rocks her natural face and fro. And she can't be a party girl. She gotta cook and clean too. With melanated hue conscious and ain't smashed nobody in the crew. Nah, boo. You want a good girl. Because to be a goddess, she had to be every woman at one point in time. To be a goddess, she lives by the set of standards in her own mind. To embody her best, she had to be her worst first. Before learning to harness her sexual power, she had to feel the weakness that comes when it's overly dispersed. A true goddess, you disrespect and curse, yet secretly thirst for the slut that she may have been. Watching videos of females whose booty be twerking, oh, but that's not in your definition of the sacred feminine. You want a goddess type. Hourglass, Orion body. Waist so serious so you can say A, B, see she a star. But she got her PhD in bullshitology. She knows she's the fruit of the knowledge tree. So that conscious game you think is light is elementary to her watch, son. You cannot quantify her worth in essence, the blessed crescent that she represents. How she was carefully composed of strength, given an upbringing that taught her to circumvent the obstacles. She took the shackles off her own mind and feet. Can you really handle a feminine energy who can honestly say, no man hath unveiled me? And her makeup is war paint, the art of war on her face, the mask of a warrior goddess. Blending in with the enemy, yet not composed of zombie energy, while infiltrating those who abhor her, yet adore her, because they think she is asleep, like all others before her. She takes it all for the team. She is the means that will elevate, and maybe she hides her natural traits, because only the worthy can see her in her created state. Embedded in a goddess's genes is Harriet. She leads her people in underground plights. Will smite you if you try to reveal the beacon or dim the light. And embedded in her genetic strands is Iya. Tesla coils mimic her 9 ether hair construction. Medusa snakes produce potent comedic compounds of nuclear destruction. She is high voltage conduction, enlightens with high frequency discussions. Heart light as a feather, favorite above thousands, altogether lovely. Air is her core. I don't think you're even psychologically capable of deciphering her metaphysical lore. And what if she has a few mason jars of her own, trapping souls of those who tried usurping her throne? Could you stand in honor when being judged by the goddess's dome? When she's capable of discerning and destroying the very makeup of your chromosomes? Nah, you need a good girl. A bitch who minds like a dog with no thoughts of her own, therefore you can incline her to be a devotee in servitude to misogynistic prejudices that will define her. You want a mere woman, someone who's modest and novice, not one who knows she's God incarnate and lawless, beauty flawless, royal, loyal, and honest. Nah, of her you cautious. Therefore you dodge her, because subconsciously you know your unrealistic, desired characteristic traits plus your subliminal, oppressive ways do not equate to you having a goddess as a soul mate. So go find you a good girl. Thank you. Alafia. My name is Afrika, also known as Ibun Oshun. And today I'm going to be sharing a piece with you that I wrote a few months back. The title of this write is Black Girl Magic. She seduces even the ground and causes it to rumble and quake. as she graces the place with the seductively erotic pace of her serpentine walk. Slinkily and silkily does her chocolate body glide across the floor. She is love's spell in motion. Her potion is her pheromones, captivating those who dare inhale their secretions. Royalties embedded within her chromosomes. Seduction in each sway of her curvaceous hip bones. She can summons within you a love Jones that sustains erections in sub-zero climate zones. She holding fast to the throne. That black girl magic will forever be winning. 'Cause she identifies with the power that is fire incarnate. Inextinguishable mercy to them that welcome her. They perish and are reduced to ash. Those who oppose. She is drowning agony to them whom cursed her. Spiritual cleansing to those whom loved her the same. She is the anomaly that allows water to coexist within the flame. And her mental, definition-wise, there isn't even a name that describes the speed in which the neurons are firing within her brain. When they say the black woman is God, it's because of all of these things and more. In fact, no way to humanly gauge or truly explore what she is capable of. She endured the pressures meant to make her desolate, spinning hundreds of years in a hurricane of oppression. She survived the annihilation its winds had in store because her roots are planted firmly, embedded deep within the earth's core. The bull she endured birthed the sleeping matador. Her aura is strengthened by the herbs she bathes in. Her skin glistens as sun-kissed, enriched with melanin. I don't mean to imply that she's better than, well, yes I do, because the whole world models themselves after her presence and covets her heavenly hue. Her succulent lips, surgically mimicked by plenty, compared to the natural, their worth significantly reduced. Her voluptuous backside, poorly reproduced in operating rooms. She is the forerunning blueprint of all. Others are her mere protege. And I hate to really have to put it this way, but when I hear ignorant people say things like, oh, they all ghetto, they thoughts, they lost, they this and they that, it makes me grab my pen and snap and verbally communicate to the world that there are those of us who still possess that ancient black girl magic. We stay in sniper mode, low-key in the cut where black magic usually goes. But don't ever underestimate the size of our bag of tricks. We take nothing and create something and make miracles with a few herbs and sticks. We are the birthers of all earth's children, naturalists, indigenous, native to all existence, authors of the resistance, if required, quite vicious. And if you ever again doubt it, let this rhyme be a whisper of how my piece of that magic, poetically let them have it. When I verbally grafted and crafted, lyrically composed this ode that explodes with praises due to that black girl magic. Ashe. Y'all, God lives in the projects and get a crazy check. You see, that's what she had to accept when those who were created to protect betrayed her. And God don't get no child support, cause the one who was meant to support and exhort let the enemy distort his rational thinking, and in the blink of an eye, the world was no longer under her reign. God feels the pain pulsating through her veins from the wells and streaks of the prophetesses who were slain in the name of patriarchy. God had to be its Babylonian whore, a base lower than the floors of Olokun's deep, rocked to sleep while the not so meek inherited her throne. God became a footstool of men, and with the stroke of a pen, all women connected to the earth, who knew the truth of the lie about the virgin birth. Those who had the knowledge and power to heal, they were killed and enslaved first. Then God was made imperfect, you see. They reversed it. Once imaged as a black woman, now a white man occupies my ancient mother's temple known as the Vatican. It's a whole fallacy, a mockery. Now do you understand? Patriarchy is the true abomination of desolation. They made my mother's fables of men, mythologies and fairy tales, and called them pagans and witches, and burned them alive and pierced them with nails. Their characters made into males. And you wonder why the world is turned upside down and the sons of God were hurled from the heavens, made human, then called Jews, and symbolically ate bread that was unleavened because they escaped slavery at the hour of 11. 24/7 they lie and hide the truth. They search the world for Mary's baby while in its youth in these times, but a place was prepared for her to hide within these rhymes. They lightened her face and vowed to leave no trace of the one who really came to earth, lived in the trenches, suffered and died for the sake of giving birth to spiritual inheritance. You see, God is a black woman who too fell victim to gendered prejudice. Ashe-o. Alafia, this is Iya Afrika, and I'm going to be sharing a write from my new poetry novel. The title of the poetry novel is 720 Degrees of Rhyme. You can purchase that at www.720degreesofrhyme.webs.com. The title of this write is Cry to the Mothership. As always, I hope that it touches someone, if only one. And I do hope that you get something out of it. Boat of a million years, sailing on a sea of a million tears. Please swing low and come nigh me. Sweet crescent, reversed in her position, to the ark sent upon the salvage mission, to the great mother geometrician. Hear the call out of the abyss from this rhetorician. Boat of a million years, the one that obliterates all fears. Light years disappear in seconds as she sails the current of time. Dimension after dimension, descent for the sake of subvention. To the captain of the ship that is the house of fishes, to the grand high divine mother magicians, please come nigh me. Boat of a million waves, troughed and crest doth she sway. Flood this Ile and Funami Ashe. I cry, yay, yay, beam me up, that my feet might never again touch the earth. Might I be bathed in the eternal nothingness that is the womb of your rebirth. Might I be clothed in the fire that is soul? Swing your baited hook low and extract me from this fishbowl. I petition thee, swing low and grant me a sea pass. Suspend me motionless in your anima. Thou art the dirt, I am the grass. Thou art the roots, I am the tree. I cannot grow without thee. O heavenly blackness, where is your star? The guide that ye set in the heavens for all. Doth thou hear me under the layers of this metaphoric dialogue? Phosphorus is Hesperus, I'm lucidly seeing from afar. Boat of a million years, navigator of the sacred primordial waters, anchor for a spell, cast your shells and see. I am your prodigal daughter, the lone warrior who survived the slaughter. In one life I was a martyr, buried in brick and mortar, revived by the sweet water. 'Twas dead, but resurrection followed, my name now hallowed. Can my flame get any hotter? I stand and knock at the gates of the portal, please. Come nigh me. Alafia, Ekale to all the elders, Skale to my brothers and sisters out there. My name is Iya Afrika, and I'm going to be sharing a piece from my new poetry book that just was released May 1st, 2019. The title of the book is 720 Degrees of Rhyme. The title of this piece that I'm sharing is also 720 Degrees of Rhyme. As always, I hope that it touches someone, if only one, and I do hope that you guys get something out of it. It's resurrection time. Awaken the bloodlines. Ave Maria passes throne to the herdsmen of the bovine. The word weaver spelled the minus sign. Subtracted key additional lines. Forgot to mention that biology was also the study of living things, the disembodied kind, anatomy and physiology, internal systems pre-designed, lumbar spine, serpentine, dually intertwined, right brain married left and gave birth to the fucking of their minds, religious literal interpretations, truly unbenign, false starts carry penalties, they had breached the scrimmage line, the perfect direct while the clueless keep paying the soul's ties, signs and symbols they neglect the toolless increase in pride, like lupus, autoimmune disease. They begin attacking themselves, jumping through hoops, controlled by bells. You try to help them get out and assist the exodus of Israel. Drop that atom bombshell on them, and they cognitively distance themselves, hid in bomb shelters made of undisciplined 12. We tried helping them heal, for we're the true Raphael. Moored them to the mothership, but they cut the cable tow. Grapes upon the vine, they were divine no more. She wrote the murder, she's the true inverter. Told the server switch the order, poisonous plate to the table. Ogun really killed Abel. Ability to rightly divide reveals the squaring of the circle. The wheat was choked out when the tares were allowed to grow. Once upon a time, these degrees of rhyme, did they know? Ashe-o. Thank you. His life and everything that entails. It's called the Exile King. I came to this earth on a divine soul transformation mission. Returned from the veiled realm, 9 months in the waters of forgetfulness. Roamed this earth many miles, passed and failed many trials.
But I had forgotten that I was a king, a prodigal child of the Most High, living in exile. Even the victories I achieved in this world offer no genuine solace. When you come from stardust, the standard is set high. When you're an angel incarnate in flesh, you know you cannot fly. Each day you live can be a prison sentence, and the release date, the day you die. I lived life wandering, looking for a home that only exists in the most sacred chambers of the heart. Suffering from self-imposed convictions, my soul went unquenched as it thirsts for redemption. At times I fell victim to the devil's toys that glistened. At times I felt like I can relate to Christ's dissension. To some, this life can even feel like a crucifixion. I descended to a place in spirit, while on earth that most feared. Life's afflictions felt crippling, wandering in the dark with no light near. Home was so far, yet so dear and close. This world can't be my home. It's full of Satan's woes. And when I realized that here, there isn't an award or prize, my father called me home so I can look into my mama's eyes. Only then did I find the home of a suffering, exiled king. It is in the bosom of my glorious mother, caressing my soul with her unconditional loving wings. Amen.